Welcome to the FO show. This your boy Antoine, aka the FO. Back again with another one. This is the third part with these ladies, NIK and Risi piece. We're gonna cover two different topics. Hopefully you like them. They always bring a nice little essence to the conversations that I definitely couldn't bring because I'm not a woman. So, it doesn't really work for me to do that. But like I said, we're gonna bring them on. And without further ado, we're gonna bring on Nikki and Risi piece. Everybody give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Here we go. We out here. All right. How y'all ladies doing?
Doing good.
I'm tired.
I'm tired, boss.
Tired, boss.
It be like that sometimes. Understandable.
I swear to God, yo.
This is our part 3 up on here. Y'all got to give them a second because you tell these black folks a time and stuff like that. They trying to get all framed up or whatever. So we trying to get them in the right space.
I'm just trying to prop my phone up.
There we go.
We got this. We good. We in there.
I wish y'all could see my
Bluetooth
phone.
pairing.
The Bluetooth is pairing.
Yeah, my shit being crazy right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna send y'all a picture of my phone stand.
But thanks everybody who's listening. Coming in on this. Got a couple topics that we can talk about.
Bluetooth connected.
We got this.
I don't even know where my speaker at.
I'm sick of this Bluetooth.
Oh no, my Frenchie.
We gonna get it. We gonna be there.
Yeah.
She just left us.
She accidentally touched something.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes.
She did just drive 7 hours round trip, so
I got it. That is that a shoe or boot?
Yes.
Okay, we gonna have to help you out with that. We're gonna do something about that because that is. I really want to show everybody that.
No, man, the stand for my ring light is MIA. So is the stand. The stand and holder.
That's in the child's room.
Or it might be in the trash because I have a habit of throwing away shit if it lays out too long.
Okay.
And forget that I do that.
All right, so waiting for her to get back, so we can start this thing up. I don't know why she's over here replying to text messages from you and not just worry about getting back on here.
Well, while she's doing that, I might as well grab me a scrunchie because these braids keep falling down in my face and they on my nerve.
All right, so we're gonna take you off for a second. All right, BP, black people. It's gonna be a interesting one. I think so. I think it'll be something that a lot of people can actually feel. And I got them on here that way. It's not all a man's perspective on it, or even just Antoine's perspective, because that's not what I want to give. I want to give you something that comes from the other side. I mean, I want a white woman on here, a Japanese man on here. It don't matter to me. So we're gonna go into a little commercial, let them get their technical difficulties straightened out, and we'll be back in a second. Thanks for listening to the FO show. We'll be back. And we back. We had her, and then we lost her again.
Might be service.
Think so. All right, so
Let me take a sip.
we're gonna sorry everybody. We're gonna get this right. Just give us a little bit of time. We'll get this right. We'll be back. We'll be back, Nikki, once she get her thing good.
All right.
All right. Give it a second. I see her right there, but I want to make sure everything is good first. All right. And then we'll come back. Then we'll dive into it. All right.
Okay.
All right. I think we got it this time. We in there? Are we in there? We got Risi, we got Nick. All right. So I think we good now. So like I was telling y'all, we about to dive into two things. The first one, I don't know how much we got to really dive into it on that topic because it's really going to go into the one that I actually really want to talk about. So we'll just do it. And the first thing that I got is, what is it that you look for in a partner? And this is just not no cookie cutter answer, anything like that. Not any what other people, and I know both y'all are going to be honest and say your piece about how you feel particularly about this. But we'll go with Nick first. We're gonna go with what is it that you look for in a partner?
Mm-hmm. You sure you want to go with me on this one first?
Well, I was gonna go with you second. It's gonna be first or second.
Well, what I look for in a partner is myself.
Okay.
I look for myself. And in addition to looking for myself, I look for versions of myself that I myself have not come to know because you bring it out of me. Okay. But it always has to be a positive side because there's some relationships where you give and give and give and they take and take and take and don't put in what they get out of it. So I look for myself in different ways to make myself and us and cohesion better. And I'm gonna leave it at that, short and sweet.
Okay. What you got, Reese? There's two people. You were next. Hey, everybody! I told them this beforehand too. I don't know why you're acting surprised.
First of all, don't do that. I don't really look for nothing in a partner. I legit. When you go looking for stuff, you find stuff you